Hello and welcome. I'm KJ and this is Swali,
Hello again.
and you're listening to UnMaddening, where we unpack the madness of society one refurbished word at a time.
That's a bit different. Refurbished word.
Yes, indeed. The word of the day is update, as in UPDATE, update. I'm sure most of you are familiar with it. You probably see it quite frequently on every application and device that you hold in your hand. Update, as a definition for it, it's a verb, okay? Make something more modern or up to date. Example, security measures are continually updated and improved. I'm not sure which security measures they were referencing there in their example, but I'm sure that they are, whatever they're saying they are. Similar word to update is modernize, okay? Similar to this next definition is the term brief. So update, give someone the latest information about something, like the reporter promised to keep the viewers updated. So that's where we have that synonym of brief, like a new brief, some new information. Yeah, new information has come to light. What's the latest? And we also have an act of updating something or someone, or an updated version of something. An update on recently published crime figures was the example for that one. All right, we get it. Yep. Okay? These are the definitions. Not sure that's really what's happening, but anyway, the Urban Dictionary definitions for update, they start off similar. You've got update to record the latest information, to bring something up to date, as in I have to update my browser. And then you have some clever ones like updating, which is to be dating above your level of hotness, intelligence, economic stature, or overall likability.
Who's got the update here?
It's not even it used to be like punching above your weight or whatever. Yeah. It's updating. Updations means to update someone on the progress of a particular endeavour. Please forward me your updations. A slang word derived from the word update that applies solely to juicy new information someone has or drama. Gosh, typical.
It's not even a good slang word.
Yeah.
It's like,
most of them aren't good.
No.
They're funny.
Just try harder.
Another one from the Urban is update spamming. When a company notifies you of a product update, that is a contrivance to send you stealth marketing spam. A cousin of, quote, do you like our product? We love you spamming, unquote. Works on the notion of keeping a company name and product name in front of people so they can't help but think of you for future purchases. Still is annoying spam, but most people are clueless, so it is accepted.
Now, you mentioned updates before, so it's
What's
pretty
the
much
word of the day,
down
Swals?
the same line, like updates when you have to update your computer or update this or update that. So when I think of updates, it's already something that you're using and something that you need. So when the update comes along, it comes along with a side of maybe more intrusion but you need it. You need that product. You're using that product. You already like it. So is that considered an update spam as well at the same time?
Well, I think it's a coercive update, isn't it? You think you need it and you really want to keep using that application. So I guess I better do the update or I can't play that anymore or use that anymore.
Take that away from you and you want it. So, but now you need to give up something else.
What about an update ambush, Swals?
Oh, here we go.
On your laptop, you mistakenly select shut down instead of sleep. Windows begins the update process and requests that you do not power off or unplug your computer. This usually occurs when you're preparing to leave the library after a long night of studying.
Just pull the plug.
There's also from the Urban.
Who goes to a library now to study?
Students.
Really? Name
yes. One. Well, I don't have a library near me that I would access important books in. The local library is not really the place to go.
It used to be the place to go, full of information and that.
Oh, yeah.
Now everyone gets the information from you Googleizing.
You're Googleizing. I think this is
Or
the last one from
ChatGPT could do
Urban.
your assignment for you.
So true. It's horrifying. The last one from the Urban on the word update is a term called update addiction, which says a debilitating psychological condition which affects computer users everywhere. Update addiction has to do with the excessive downloading of software updates and should not be confused. You are likely an update addict if you click software update or Windows Update more than 3 times a day. You cannot resist buying the latest version of software or operating system, even if you don't need, want, or even care to know about the new features. You click check for updates every time you run a program. Do you do this? Do you check for updates? No?
Only when I have to.
Yeah, when it's forced on you. You stay up late watching the progress bar to make sure your latest update really updated. You get frustrated by stable software because it doesn't require updates every other day. So you always choose beta or nightly builds to ensure that you can download a maximum number of updates.
Is this a comical write-up or is this
I don't know. I'm not friends with whoever wrote it, but the term is update addiction. And perhaps they are being realistic, or maybe they're just, poking fun at people that are obsessed with doing the updates.
Updates, yeah. Make sure
Can't
you do
tell
your
you.
updates.
But it is very relevant for our current news on the word update,
Right.
which is to do with terms and conditions to update your mobile phone. That is effectively the topic of the day. So I've got the terms and conditions here, and they are vast. If you've ever looked at them, read through them, I hope you read through them. You pretty much have to nowadays. And this is what they say. I've got a few little bits we'll pull out and get mad
It's a
about.
very, very long form. That's why no one
It is
reads
so
them.
long form, yes. And hidden amongst it are all these little snaky things that you definitely didn't know were coming, or you didn't ask for them, and yet here they are. They are...
What platform are you looking at? iOS or Android?
use English. It's an iPhone update.
iPhone, iOS. Both the same. Doesn't
Sprechen
matter.
the
They all
English.
come with some kind of hidden agenda.
Yes, well, let's see what gems we can find.
Go for it.
Under the banner of design, we have spatial scenes that you add a new 3D effect to your photo wallpapers, bringing them to life when you move your phone. I don't want to see that. I didn't ask for that. I don't want the picture to be brought to life. It horrifies me when I look at your phone files where you've got like a sunset thing and the time hides behind it. You didn't ask it to do this.
Well, I asked for the time to be brought to life. And
Well, you want to know what the time is. It's freaky. Underneath intelligence, for visual intelligence, we have jump into Google search results based on the content on your screen. Find related items from your most used third-party apps, or ask ChatGPT about what you're looking at. No, thank you. Live translation in Messages. Automatically translate incoming texts, including group messages, and send a response in your preferred language. If you don't actually know the language, why are you allowing it to just send a response on your behalf? You don't even know what it has just said for you. And in varying languages, different terms or tones or whatever can be conveyed so completely different to what you were trying to say.
100%, yeah.
Right, so now you've just botched what you were attempting to say and ruined somebody's life or your own. In FaceTime, live translated captions appear on screen during the call. Same problem as before. It's live translated. This is not the Star Trek version of such, where actually cultural speech and mannerisms are taken into place. We're just talking about word for word. Not going to be very healthy. Quite problematic. In iPhone, audio is translated and spoken out loud in real time, and you can follow along with the transcription when the call is on speaker. More of the same. With AirPods, hear a translation hands-free when somebody nearby speaks to you in a different language.
I suppose a translator could be helpful.
It's still going to be the same problem where it's just word for wording. It's not understanding the local dialect or the way that these words are, or what, the intonation of it. There's no sarcasm or humour delivered in such a thing. Because try as you might with your artificial thises and that's, you cannot imitate those sorts of things that people do, that we do when we communicate with each other. You can't fabricate it. Under the banner of something called Genmoji, which I'd never heard of, choose expressions for your Genmoji, making characters look happy, shocked, and more. Personal attributes like hairstyle and facial hair can be modified for the Genmoji that are inspired by people from your photos library. Why are you looking at my photo library? But I suppose that's useful for gender fluidity. Yep. If you would like to change your Genmoji to have a beard or
you can do it with an emoji.
Grow some breasts or something. Camera. Lens cleaning hints alert you when your lens is smudged so you can capture the clearest possible photo. So they can capture you or you can capture something. That's unclear. New AirPods gesture lets you take a photo or start recording video just by pressing the stem on the AirPods. Very convenient and very easy to accidentally do.
Yeah.
Where does the information go? I don't know. Call screening lets you screen incoming calls from unknown numbers. Sounds normal, but gets you the caller's name and reason for the call before the phone rings.
How?
Right? It's literally what it says in the terms. What a great feature if you don't want to accept calls from strangers. But do we not realise how these things are working both ways? Like if it can somehow call screen and send you, it's doing the same.
It must be doing an AI thing where it's who's calling and what's the reason for the call, and then it will send a...
Yeah, so it's searching who they are, where they work, what their purpose is, and guesstimating what the reason for their call is. That's insane. Hold assist keeps your spot in line while you wait to speak to a live agent. You know how you can ring, a government agency or whatever, and it's like, hey, call me back.
The sixth in queue or wherever it is.
And we'll call you back. Instead of you doing the push hash for they'll call you back, this will do it for you. I don't know why we need this. It's a bit weird. Under messages, backgrounds can be added to conversations to make them more personal, with the option to use built-in backgrounds, your own photos or images made with Image Playground that we were talking about before with that Genmoji nonsense. It's probably an auto feature that you have to figure out how to deactivate without accidentally sharing your last image that you've taken on your phone to whoever you're communicating with, right? So where are they getting the images from that they're sharing in the chat between you and I? It has to come from your phone or mine. So what if I just took a photo of something that I didn't want you to know about and now it's the background of our chat? It's slightly problematic. Polls. Polls can help you find out everyone's availability for an upcoming dinner plan or decide on a group gift. Nifty. You ever heard of having a conversation to discuss these things? My goodness. Typing indicators in groups make it easy to know exactly who is about to chime in, so you can prepare your eye roll emoji in advance. You're like, oh, this bloke's about to say something. Get my eye roll emoji ready to smash. Goodness gracious. What else we got? Maps. Visited places gives you the option to allow your iPhone to detect the places you visit, like a restaurant or shop, etc. Preferred routes improve your frequent drives by learning the routes you take between places you regularly visit. Like your commute from home to work. I don't think you need to know that, phone.
Is that all of them?
Oh, I wish it was. You want to know about music? Auto mix transitions, one song into the next like a DJ does. Time stretching and beat matching to deliver a continuous playback experience. There goes the traditional art of DJing, even more so than it already has done.
I can say a lot of these things would be helpful for a lot of people. And obviously very unnecessary. But I think more when you're looking at these things and what's happening here is what are you giving up? So you're giving up all the access, all your information, everything you listen to, everything you look at,
every photo you take,
everyone you talk
every
to,
word you
every
speak.
photo you take.
I'll be watching
and
you.
it's not just with that update alone, it's with everything that you do. If you want more functionality from it, you have to give up more information. And that's the way that things are paid for in this world. There's a whole economy just on information.
And it's so needs must though, right? Like if you want that next thing it can do, as if what you've already got isn't enough. Are you kidding me? Isn't already enough? You already have so many services and so much assistance available to you from these things.
But that's the way
you want the
people have
next
gone now.
thing.
Like you're saying, the instant emojis. Why can't you just stand in front of a person, talk to the person?
Yeah.
And I mean, text messages, I still can't even text message. I'd rather make a phone call than text message.
Yeah.
But, you know, some people are more, well, they don't want a text message. They'd rather just have everything all online, and text message is too hard. I'd rather just speak it to the phone and then you sort it out. You send a text message for me. And maybe do a couple of eye rolls once they're talking back and forth. But I don't want to know anything about this conversation. You take care of it.
It'll be fine. Your phone will know that you would like to send an eye roll. You won't even have to do it. It'll just see your face eye rolling and send it on your behalf.
Heading down
the rabbit hole.
The whole Wall-E.
Wally. Gosh.
Wall-E.
Under the wallet banner, I don't like the wallet. Some do. You've got order tracking, which uses Apple Intelligence to find emails sent by either merchants or delivery carriers and brings your full order details, progress notifications and more into one place in the wallet app if you activate and utilise the wallet app.
Like I was saying before, there's a lot of privacy given up for these functionalities.
Correct.
So you've got ease of use and ease of functionality, and maybe just, you know, a lot of removal of I don't want to do it, I want the phone to do it, or I want this to do it, but you're giving up a lot of your own personal information.
Absolutely are.
And a lot of your own security.
It's if you want this feature and you haven't already activated your wallet, please use the wallet app. Look how great it can be for you. You'll know exactly what time Australia Post is going to drop your parcel off. Please look how good it is for you, and please give us your digital ID. We would like it, and it's good for you.
Well, is that where it's all going? Is that where it's all leaning towards?
Oh, my goodness. Of course it is. Underneath the banner of protecting kids online, because that's a section in the terms and conditions now,
Yep.
we have age-appropriate experiences in apps. Give parents the option to enable kids to share their age range with third-party apps so they can access content and features suited to their age group. Yes. Wonderful.
I just want to know, is there an emoji with the Karen giving the old thumbs up there? Comes up with that one?
At what point are we going to acknowledge in terms and conditions that children are more clever with technology than any of the rest of us are, and they will absolutely circumnavigate around these steps that you've put in place for such a thing? And not just that the young people can do it, but the creeps design the ways for them to do it and market it to the kids so they know how. Let's not pretend that's not the case. Communication safety expands to intervene when nudity is detected on live FaceTime calls and to blur out nudity in shared albums in photos. I am definitely not advocating for nudity occurring in things with children having phones or devices or whatever in their hands. They shouldn't even have them in their hands, firstly. And if they do, then that's up to mum and dad to monitor. But the fact that you are able to detect it and blur it out means literally, let's just be reminded, literally everything that is occurring on said device is being monitored in real time for it to go, oh, let's activate the blur feature here.
Well, it'd be an AI that they've...
Yes, but all of it is recorded, right? It all goes somewhere.
It goes somewhere.
It's all going somewhere.
It all goes into your metadata.
It's in Skynet, for goodness sake.
Yep.
There was a cool thing underneath accessibility, which was to do with Braille access for, blind people. I was like, oh, that's interesting and useful. That's nice. Underneath other, local capture records the high-quality audio and video from your iPhone while on any video conferencing call, letting you produce an interview or podcast with the clearest recordings. This is actually, this would be awesome if it was an app that you could select and say, please turn on local capture whilst you did a video call
Yeah.
for that exact purpose, or for tracking notes from a business meeting or something like that. But clearly it's happening when you're not asking for it, and all you have to do is say, hey, just give the information back to me, rather than you just, you can keep the information. Mental. One last one. It's to do with password history. Password history provides a timeline of changes you've made to an account in passwords, including a history of past passwords and generated strong passwords. Cool. Where does that go?
Yeah, it goes all in the cloud.
I feel really safe.
Yeah. So this is not new stuff. It's been going on for a long, long time.
Correct.
But the more that we rely on technology, I mean, it's great. Technology does a lot of good things for us and moves us along very quickly. But the more that we rely on it, and the more that we stop doing our own things and using our own brains, the more unsafe it gets, that we need to rely on technology again to look after those things for us.
But I think
every time there's an update, there's always something else that we're giving up. And a lot of it is our privacy. And then one day, one government will come. Some of these companies are doing great jobs keeping the privacy away.
Absolutely.
But one day, the government will come along and they'll put enough pressure on whoever
I need
it is.
this data.
I want all of this.
And that's why I bring it up.
That will be part of now your new digital identity. Because every time you do something online, it leaves a digital footprint. There's always something there.
Absolutely. I'm with you 100%.
Yep.
I know these things have been happening all along, and this is just the last set of the updates. And I, generally go through and change the settings so that the things that I'm comfortable with are stored and the things that I'm not comfortable with are not. And you have explained to me that there is pretty good security on these ends of that stuff, and that's great. But I don't feel like everybody is aware.
They're the gatekeepers. They own all your information.
Today they do. But we know that there's a lot of things changing around that, right?
Yeah.
Today they've got it, but if there's an emergency, now they don't have it anymore.
Yeah, that's
now
right.
they have to hand it over
to
who,
that a long time
or this
ago
person, or the
and try and
government,
get
or eCaren, or whoever's saying they need
remember
it.
all those times ago when they were trying to, with the Google Maps or whatever it is, and they wanted to get everyone's information on where they were and when they were?
Yes.
Based on the emergency.
So as useful as some of these things may be, and as interesting as it might make your life, please, it's not a joke to read the terms and conditions. Like, you should at least read through it and go,
And look, if you're happy with that and that's what you want to give up on that.
By all means, each to their own.
I'm not going to go back to a 3310 at the moment, but,
At least read it and know what you have handed over. What are you willing to sacrifice?
Definitely make yourself aware of what you are. Not whether you're willing to or not, or you've been sufficiently coerced enough to sacrifice it, but at least know what you have sacrificed.
Yeah, you tick the box.
And a lot of these things you can say yes and no at this point in time. You can change things and that. But the more you say yes, the more it becomes the norm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and don't come crying when you're confused as to how the powers to be have certain information about your life.
When it comes knocking on your door and says, Sarah Connor.
It was clearly outlined in the terms and conditions. It was in the update.
Yeah.
Okay, it was. And if you just hit tick, update while I'm sleeping at 3 a.m., please update permanently. Update me on cycle. Just do it. Give me the update. I want all the new cool stuff.
You can tick the box.
It was just an innocent update
when you're sleeping.
Yep.
Let's throw the secret. I mean, how many times have you turned off certain things on your phone and then it's done an update and you come back and it's now they're back on?
Well, it doesn't do it on mine because I've got auto updates turned off.
Yeah.
I want to read the terms and conditions first.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, just real quickly, for vintage culture appreciation, would you like to know what it is?
Go for it.
Not having this.
Nokias.
No, just not having this.
Before.
Not having this. Not having this circumstance in which we have found ourselves. Yes, it's useful, as you just said. Yes, there's lots of cool things in it. But for vintage culture appreciation today, we're just going to reminisce on the fact that we didn't always have this. And hey, we survived.
Yeah.
We all survived just fine. Maybe we can just rein it in.
There was a whole group of people when computers came out, they were feeling the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But,
They were probably really clever people.
Well, who knew what was to come?
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people did know. Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of vintage culture appreciation for today, and also the end of this episode of UnMaddening. And on that note, swirls, that was fun.
As always.
It was a little maddening but fun. Thank you for listening. Stay free, keep your eyes open, and we'll catch you next time. Until then, God bless and peace out.
This content is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as professional advice. We're not tech wizards, masterminds, pastors or politicians. You're not more likely to suck less or try harder having listened to these shenanigans.